Chris, this is your Parker razor. I put one piece of Kapton tape on the spine, and this is a DMT number 600. It's a little bit worn out, so it doesn't leave like totally deep scratches, but it is an excellent bevel setter, as you'll see. Okay, here's how your edge looks now after bevel setting. You can see the scratches go all the way up to the edge. Some are deeper than others. It's the nature of these diamond plates. Some of the diamonds are a little bit taller or larger than the others. And I'm going to scroll down to the base of the bevel. This is where the shiny part of the blade down here meets the bevel. You can see those scratches begin all the way down there and continue all the way to the edge. So what I'm going to do now is take your razor, and I have this Okudo Asagi, and I'm going to use a diamond plate to raise a slurry on this stone. This is a worn out Atama diamond plate. It was a number 600 when I bought it, but right now it's acting more like a 1200 because it's so worn out. And with your razor, I'm going to use circular strokes, which are a very efficient metal removing stroke. So the idea is to replace those diagonal scratches from the DMT with a fresh scratch pattern. And these scratches are going to look at right angles to the edge. Okay, so that's with a minimal amount of effort. We'll go down to the base of the bevel and look for a good deep scratch that goes up towards the edge. There's one right there. Remember, this area was full of deep scratches originally. Okay, so I'm going to scroll up and follow that deep scratch. Well, it looks like it's going to just disappear right there. But you can see how the blade now, or the bevel, is, all those DMT scratches are gone. I could scroll up and down the edge here. That's a piece of lint. That is a little ding in your blade there. We can take care of that. But you can see the surface of the razor, everything is all that pebbly, what they call kasumi finish. It's a matte finish. Okay, so now we're going to refine the edge even more by we're going to refresh the slurry. And we're going to use just straight on strokes now. Okay. So the edge is gotten quite a bit brighter. And you can faintly see those straight on strokes from the Japanese natural. My next step would be to go to a strop, what the strop does between using the stone is any weak steel gets even thinner and more likely to come off, to be abraded from the slurry on the stone. So it's going to do some light strokes here. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do, or I'm going to do, is I'm going to rinse off the stone and get rid of that slurry in my water bath. And I'll rinse off the razor so there's no water there. And we're going to do some water-only strokes with just light pressure. And you can do more of these. The edge just gets thinner and thinner. But with thinness comes weakness of the steel. So gotta find like a happy medium where you still maintain the strong angular geometry of the edge, but getting it thin enough so that you can actually shave off of it. Okay, so that should be enough. Okay, that's going to be really sharp. Now, especially if you can take into consideration, this is a photo of my beard hair at the same magnification, 315 power. So how my beard hair is about 140 or 50 microns in diameter. So the scratch pattern you have here on your stone is there's a lot of empty spaces between the scratches. So you know there's the edge is very fine. There's just the shadow of one of those previous scratches that stops before it goes to the edge. But I'll show you where it began. This is where it began down here, and these are all pretty much gone now when you get up to the edge. So that's the idea. Now I have a piece of hair, and we'll do a hanging hair test. I think you said that you do this yourself. It's a pretty long piece of hair. So the hair just fell on the other side of the razor. These are what I consider to be, that bounce back, that's a 4. When they just fall to the other side, I regard those as a 5. So this razor, coming back to you, falls into my HHT5 category. And basically just the results from this one stone.